Good morning, YouTubers. 10/27/2018, 11:43 a.m. Uh, I'm here myself following up a few stories, and that's what I redeem them as stories. Okay, nobody that's got a half a brain, any kind of gray matter between their ears, period, believes this story about this Cesar Sayoc in Florida. Okay, Uh, I made some notes that just stuck out like a sore thumb. Okay, man's name, Cesar Sayoc. All right, what nation tribe is he from? I lived in Fort Lauderdale for almost 2 years. Okay, there's also one tribe down there that never signed a peace treaty with our United States government. Okay, if he belonged to that nation, how in the hell does the FBI got him? Okay, they ain't telling me that. There's number one, they're not telling me. Okay, or any of y'all, period. Okay, was ID'd by the FBI as a Native American. How in the fuck do they know? It says on record, was it? By DNA and phone record traces. So I've got some Native American in me, and I've got proof of it. My grandfather was almost full-blood Cherokee. Okay, but look at me. I look whiter than hell. The point of the matter of it is, I find it strange they use some of the same terminologies that Pocahontas had to use here about a week or so ago to prove her 1024th of her blood belonged to a Native American. Okay, for me, that's just like for a man when he gets done using the bathroom peeing, that little drip that's in the end of his head there, he's got to shake off. That's how much she's kin to the Native American. Okay. But I found it really strange how they kept using certain words in every one of these stories. Okay, one was mega. Okay, that's all over this man's van in the stories. Mega bomber. Okay, found it really strange how they throw the DNA in there. The word mega, like I said, was all over the place. He was a Trump supporter. There was 12 bombs. This man spent all this money on stamps. Okay, but he went cheap on the package. There's all kinds of dumpsters down there. There's all kinds of ways to get your hands on boxes. He's going to put it in a single layered type legal envelope, and I don't even think it was even legal size. Okay. Then there's pictures come out of the bombs. Now, who in the hell in their right mind thinking it's a bomb gonna go in there and take detailed HD pictures of a bomb? Okay. They're saying that they was released by the FBI. Okay. Don't trust them. Period. Okay. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. I watched two incidences of just beat cops pull people over, and the people would flip a slide of 50 under their driver's license, and the cop would tell them, have a nice day. Watched the cop stick money in his pocket while I was down there. Seen it from my own eyes, okay? The FBI, all of them down there, find it strange that this is one of the states that the Dems is trying their best to beat the Republican Party, okay? Just all of a sudden, okay? Let's go into it a little bit further. Like I said, 12 bombs. The man had enough sense to know how to build a bomb, supposedly, but he didn't have enough sense to know how to keep his DNA off the packages. No, don't buy it. Bullshit. Let's see. And like I said, the envelopes were small and cheap. Post office. Anybody that's ever received anything from our United States Postal Service as a package, I'm going to say there's at least an 80% chance, okay, that before that package gets to your house, somewhere in one of their facilities throughout the United States, that package was a football. I had a cousin work for the post office, told me the same thing. Okay? Now, these things was being mailed from Florida, okay? New Jersey, New York, I think Connecticut, okay? No postmarks. Do y'all find that strange? Okay, let's get on down here a little bit. I wrote me a bunch of notes so that I could actually point these points out that, like I said, I'm hoping people out here's got some gray matter between their ears to see the bullshit that they're trying to dump on us, the lies, okay? And if I'm wrong, it'll come out, right? Okay. The man misspelled, my understanding, 2 packages, okay? I think one was Brennan and somebody else. I can't remember who the 2 was. But anyway, I've sat and watched numerous videos about this man's van. I looked at all the spelling on all these windows. He's got not one misspelled word nowhere. Okay? But he misspells to the intended package receivers. Don't buy that either. Okay? The stickers on the van look brand new. There was like 1 or 2 that had been weathered. Okay? Another thing is, I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Like I said, I got stopped in Fort Lauderdale for having some things hanging around my rear view mirror. Okay? And was told by the cop that that was an obstructed view of the driver. Okay? This man's van, even the passenger side windows had lettering and wording and stuff on it. And no cop never stopped him? And he lived in Florida? Don't buy that shit either. Okay. Get on down through here. One of the key things for me was every photo that was taken of that van. Okay. This man's a Native American. He's a Florida resident. Why did they hide the tag? Why did they keep the tag from us? Maybe because it might show that maybe the van's not registered to the fella. We'd have proof. Another question. They don't like it. Okay. Then they cover the van up. If it's already out on mainstream media all over the place, why in the hell did they need to cover the van up? What was there that was going to point to their bullshit? Okay. Let's see. Never showed the tag. Never. That's a way to prove yes or no if the man even owned a van. Okay. If it was his van. Another thing too is, I hope this happens somewhere along the line. This much advertisement, okay, on a vehicle, okay, as big as Trump is, okay, and for the people that's woke up to know and understand what's going on, how is it this van's not on Facebook somewhere or some other social media site showing this way before all this took place? Okay, Facebook, whoever. And I found it really strange, well, I kind of found it funny. This takes place 2 weeks before the November election type things. Another thing I found funny with it is it's Debbie Wasserman Schultz's state. But one of the bombs was sent to her. Okay. Then Brennan, okay, states that the bombs was never intended to blow up. They was there just to scare people. That's calling the kettle black, because that's some of their own tactics, the CIA and the FBI. Okay, this guy wasn't totally stupid then, was he? He used some of their same tactics, but he left his DNA on the envelopes. This don't make no sense, people. Okay, none of their investigation does. Nothing that's come out about this guy does. Okay, he looks similar to a Native American. Got kind of the facial features going on there. 50-some years old. The man's owned 2 other prior companies. A Native American dry cleaner and a Native American something else. I can't remember what the heck it was, but the dude was a business owner. Okay, he run businesses, and he run around stickering up his van. Cops didn't stop him for obstructing his own view. Now this makes sense. Every time there was an up close personal picture taken of the van, the license plate was always obstructed. Don't say what you want to say. Found it strange too that the van was bright white. There's 100 million of them running through the United States. Most construction companies buys white vehicles. Okay, like I said, about 80% of these stickers on this van was brand new. You can look at them. Blow the pictures up. Look at them. There was 2 or 3 that was weathered on the back of the van. Looked at the, like I said, the wording that this man supposedly took his time, 1 letter at a time now, to spell certain words, college football teams, and some other things, references to God, country. Not a damn misspelled word nowhere on that van. There's a lot of things going on here, people. I hope to God y'all wake up. Not for the ones that understands and sees through the bullshit, because about 80% of this is bullshit. I won't make this video very long. Like I said, I just found it really strange that all of this right before the November elections won, and I tried to put me some notes together that didn't make, common sense. Okay, I've yet to see any kind of common sense ever come out of the globalist. Have y'all ever noticed that? It never makes no sense. Then they, like I said, his DNA. Okay, the way they tried wording it, and I remember, like I said, Miss Pocahontas a week or so ago tried to prove her heritage of being Native American. And I found it strange, like I said, they big bold letters now, DNA, Native American. Okay, like I said, if the man was living in Fort Lauderdale, the man's name's Cesar Sayoc. Okay, could be wrong here, but I don't think Caesar is a Native American name. Do y'all? Sayoc, that may be somewhat Native American, maybe. Like I said, there's one nation down there that never signed a peace treaty. And when I was down there, read the article in the newspaper, okay, of all places, and even seen a bit on some local news. They was after a murderer, okay? They sent in the National Guard with a backup with FBI, okay? National Guard was the only one that could make it onto this reservation. This is a reservation that did not sign a peace treaty with the United States, okay? He went by 3-4 days, according to the paper and the little news thing. It didn't last long on public television. They asked one of the elders, one of the newspaper people did, or news reporter, asked one of the elders, what happened to the men? He said, I think the gators ate their ass. But they got all of their bulletproof vests back, all their guns back, even down to their lunch bags, their boat, their trucks, everything. They disappeared. Now, Mr. Sayoc, if he was part of that nation, okay? And he was calling himself a Native American. How in the hell did the FBI even touch him? Just a thought. Well, if they caught him out past his reservation, yeah, okay. But still yet, there's some bylaws that they're not willing to tell you about. When one of their uh, nation people get caught out in the general public, there's procedures that they have to go through, the law enforcement do. They don't want you to know this either. But anyway, peace to all y'all. 15 minutes in. Like I said, I didn't want to go too long on this. I hope it makes it out. I hope my voice is okay. I've got my computer set up a little bit different, more of a direct view. But anyway, y'all, I'm hoping this makes you want to ask more questions, okay? Because to uncover all of this and these idiots is to keep asking questions. That 5-year-old mentality that we had as kids, why this, why that, should have never, ever left us. Especially when it comes to dealing with law enforcement, military, or government. There's good and bad in all of it. We know this. But it seems like there's more corruption in certain areas of the United States than others. Okay? And for anybody down there in Florida that's thinking about voting Democrat, have an understanding. You might really want to go look at these people's policies, okay, before you put your John Hancock on that voting thing, and have an understanding they're not there for you. They never have, never will be. And one of the biggest things I think is what's going on is they're scared to death. These November elections are over with. I believe the hammer is about ready to drop on their ass. Can't say for sure, because this game keeps being played, this soap opera, this show. I mean, it's real easy for me and anybody else. You want to stop the stupidity, put them in prison, give them life sentences. Okay? The next one that was behind them thinking about doing the same stupid shit might say, hey, I got too much of a damn chance I can get my ass put in Gitmo. All right, y'all. Peace, love. Where we go one, we go all. I've been hearing the Q situation. I'll probably it'll probably reoccur right after the November elections, a short period of time after that. Main thing is so that nobody can use it on the wrong side against the wrong people, um, which we've been warned about these false flags. And my God, man, this one was 10 stories tall and at least five blocks long. If you think about procedure, just the FBI and the local cops' procedures of doing things, none of it made no sense. All right, y'all, take it easy.